Welcome to Embroidery Source's video on Subliflex, from start to finish. In this video, we're going to go through production step by step, starting with importing a design and generating cut lines, preparing the printing and cutting on Cut Studio, printing the design onto a sheet of Subliflex, cutting and weeding the printed Subliflex, applying the Subliflex to fabric, and finally, the finishing touches. But before we begin, what is Subliflex? Subliflex is a printable, vinyl-like dye sublimation product. It is designed to be used on fabrics that dye sublimation normally wouldn't work on, like cotton. Works on non-polyesters, all colors of cotton, denim, leather, and more. All you need is a dye sublimation printer and a heat press. This training video demonstrates printing and cutting using Roland Cut Studio software and a Roland GS24 vinyl cutter. For this process, the image we're using is mirrored when we import it into Cut Studio. The mirror function in the Sawgrass Power Driver menu will be turned off. If the images are to be cut by hand, simple designs only, the design can be printed from any program, in which case the image shouldn't be mirrored, and the mirror option should be turned on in the Sawgrass Power Driver menu. Step 1. Preparing the image and the cut lines. To start, click the Import button near the top left of the screen. Next, select the image you wish to print and click Open. If the image is too small or too large, resize it by clicking and dragging the corners of the image. You can also move the image around the page to maximize the amount of each sheet you can use. In order to quickly generate cut lines, while selecting the image, you can click the Object tab and then click Image Outline. Drag the Alignment Image Density slider until the entire image is dark. Then click Extract Contour Lines, then click OK. Sometimes the cut lines generated will be slightly off. Generally, you always want the cut lines to be slightly inside the image. To fix this, select the cut lines, then click Object, and then Offset. Offset inside to generate a new cut line inside the original. Then delete the old cut line so the vinyl cutter doesn't cut twice. The image is now ready for printing and cutting. In order to quickly duplicate the image, select both the image and the cut lines, select Edit, and then select Multiple Copy. From here, you can duplicate the image and cut lines repeatedly to get the most out of each sheet of Subliflex. Part 2. Setting up printing and cutting. To prepare for printing and cutting, go to the File tab and select Print and Cut. To prepare cutting, go to the File tab and select Cutting Setup. While you have loaded the media you intend to cut into your vinyl cutter, select Change in the Media Size section. From here, click Get From Machine. Alternatively, you can enter the length and width of the media manually. Once the dimensions are set, click OK, and OK again. The page size should now change to the dimensions you've set. To set up printing, go to the File tab and select Printing Setup. Now click Fit into Shared Area for cutting and printing, and then click OK. The 4 black circles are used for registration by the vinyl cutter. Your cutting line should fit inside these circles. To change both the image size and the cut line size simultaneously, click and drag to select all images and cut lines. Then right-click on the selected images and cut lines and click Properties. Enter dimensions into the width and length sections and then click OK. Changing the dimensions this way keeps your cut lines and images in line with each other. Make sure to move the images and cut lines inside the black circles by clicking and dragging them while they are selected. To finalize printing, go to the File tab and select Print. Click Properties. Make sure that the Mirror checkbox is unchecked. Your images and therefore cut lines should already be mirrored by this point. Click the Color tab and choose between Photo for photorealistic color, Graphic for intense and bold solid colors, and Grayscale for black and white color. Click the Color Shore tab and make sure the Spot Color Replacement Enabled box is checked. This alters the usage of ink to ensure that the print will have the most accurate colors. Now click OK. Now you can print your image by clicking OK. To finalize the cutting, go to the File tab and select Cutting. Once you have loaded your printed media into your vinyl cutter, click OK to begin cutting. Once the cutting is complete, your Subliflex is ready to be applied to a garment. Part 3. Printing, Cutting and Application. Begin by placing a single sheet of Subliflex into your sublimation printer, glossy side up. Next, print your design from Cut Studio to your sublimation printer. Before cutting, the ink on the printed sheet needs to dry. The fastest way to do this is to leave the sheet on the bed of a heat press for about 1 minute. Once dry, insert your Subliflex sheet into the vinyl cutter. The arrow on the sheet should point into the vinyl cutter. Make sure each side of the paper touches one of the rollers. Try to make sure the sheet is lined up as straight as possible. When it's arranged well, lock it in. Select the paper type and width on the vinyl cutter's control panel. For Subliflex sheets, we're using piece. Start cutting through Cut Studio. The vinyl cutter will initially scan the registration dots to figure out where to cut on the sheet. It will scan each dot separately. Once this is finished, it will begin cutting the Subliflex. This takes around 30 seconds. For a relatively simple design like this, cutting should be very quick. For this design, it takes about 5 seconds. Next, the sheet needs to be weeded. Peel the sheet away from the transparent plastic, leaving only the printed sheet remaining. For designs with fine points, you might need to weed carefully to avoid peeling the design as well. This is a relatively simple design, so it peels quite safely. Because we duplicated our design, we have to separate the two. Cut each design out. We can use the duplicates later. Place the printed Subliflex printed side down on the fabric you wish to apply it to, then cover it in about 5 sheets of paper. Now heat press it at 180 degrees at medium to high pressure for 15 seconds. This may vary depending on your heat press, but these settings work well for us. Color should just be coming through the sheet after the heat press. Wait until the sheet is completely cool before attempting to peel off the sheet. Peel the sheet off by rolling the sheet back on itself. Once again, if your design has sharp points, do this carefully. Place a sheet of craft paper over the design and heat press the design at 180 degrees at medium to high pressure for 60 seconds. The final heat press will bring out the color of the design and reduce the plasticky texture. And that's it. To see more information about Subliflex, purchase some Subliflex to try out yourself, or to see anything else related to garment and textile decoration, visit www.embroiderysource.com.au. You can also call us at 1-800-137-670. Alternatively, you could email us at inquiries@embroiderysource.com.au or visit us at our showroom at 205 Fulham Road, Fairfield, Victoria. You can also click the link at the bottom to go straight to our page on Subliflex products. Thanks for watching.